Hey everyone, I'm here with part 2 of COVID travel with Shawn O'Brien, and we're gonna get more into the craziness of COVID travel. So I have a question for you. We have a situation that we really could use your advice now, but I think it'll be a good example of how the landscape has changed so much. So we have a crew member who's South African, taken ill, and he had the unfortunate circumstance of Schengen expiring, American visa expiring, supposed to go to the embassy to get the visa renewal or whatever you do, and had to miss the appointment because of an illness, and now is going to be released from the hospital in a few days, and the boat's on its way to America. What would you recommend? And
well, that's quite a string. First off, don't go to the casino anytime soon because his luck is obviously not the best right now. That's really tough. There's a lot of moving parts to that. And I would say, you know, if someone's obligation was to repatriate and get them back to their homeland, then that's probably the safe bet and the best course of action if you can find flights for that. Let's
just say we're, a lot younger and we're looking at starting in yachting. Let's say we live in Canada. How do you even know where, can I go to work on a boat in the US? Am I going to be able to get there? As a crew member, what's my strategy to try to get a job and get there?
Yeah, it's kind of the same as before, but a lot more of it. And by that, I'm referring to the documentation that you're going to need.
Okay.
You're going to need a copy of the CBP bulletin, say you're coming here or you're transiting through the U.S. to get onwards. Obviously, a valid visa, a C class or any of the B1, B2 would work as well. If you do the things like your flight letter, boat docs, whether it's a manifest copy, insurance, whatever it may be, an employment letter, something of that nature, you'd have your ESTA, and then a copy of the CBP exceptions. The CBP exceptions being seafarers, right, is what the mechanism. Exactly.
Okay.
And the thing is, you can tell them what we've had success with and how people have gotten through, but it's still the same in certain ways the way it is even when it was pre-COVID. There's still that random frailty of who you get, who you're dealing with.
Each CBP agent or an immigration agent, yeah.
And airline personnel as well. They don't always get the memo.
Right.
And it's funny because we've had people where, they're at the counter, they're being denied boarding, even though they made it all the way through security and everything else. They got a boarding pass and someone, can I see your papers, this, that, the other.
Can I have the disinfectant?
And the next thing you know, you're not going anywhere except back to the hotel or back to the boat. Yet, they would try the next day, happen to get someone else, nothing has changed, we rebooked them, same flights next day, and it's like through the pearly gates, no worries.
Let's just review those documents. So, your visa. First, you need the visa.
Passport and visa.
Passport and visa to get in the country. A letter of employment. You mentioned 2 or 3 other things. There's the CBP, hey, I'm a seafarer. Here's the rule in case they don't know or understand.
Right.
And was there anything else?
Just a regular, so you got the flight letter, which is what all seafarers carry. And that's more documentation for the airline part than it is for CBP or immigrations or
the flight letter is just a letter from the captain or the manager saying this person can fly.
Exactly.
And it's either for employment or whatever.
Right.
But there was something else in there that you just made me think of. Oh, the vessel's document.
Yeah.
Having a copy of the vessel's document is usually a very helpful, besides they look pretty formal.
Pretty official.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a lot of stamps on them and makes officials look official.
And try to get an okay to board letter from whoever your local agent is, your ship agent, because that seems to be pretty effective as well.
Very good.
And it's kind of, you know what, the more the better. Just like lay it on them, you know, because there's a lot of times where it's so much easier for these people if there's any hesitancy or if they're not quite clear or they have some doubt. It's human nature. It's easier to say no and be done with the situation than let someone on who maybe they shouldn't have, and then it kind of snowballs from there as far as, you know, their job and et cetera, et cetera.
Sure,
So.
sure. Okay. So one thing we didn't mention in all the paper, what about COVID testing? Where does that fit into the equation of travel now?
You need to assume that it's required everywhere.
Wow.
And normally it's 72 hours. So that's kind of where it's a moving target, because like in the US in particular, you're not really sure how long it's going to take to get the
Right.
results back. So
Right.
you don't want to get into a ticket that's non-refundable, fees for changing this, that, or the other. It snowballs. So, you know, we do the crew fares, which you can change, refund. So it adds that flexibility. If there's a backlog, if it's delayed, we can just reissue the ticket, no extra costs. So that's an important thing. You know, I'm outside sales as far as if you look on my little business card, but it's really internalized. And now my job is pretty much just beating the bushes every day, looking at the medical and the intel and the risk management company briefings about what's changing where and what the effects are. Getting that out to the agents so that when they get the requests and they're fielding them from the clients, they are confident, they're comfortable, they have links and things that they can send to the clients, and it's just really, it's not what I thought I'd be doing a year ago. But it's
No.
pretty cool,
Yeah.
you know, it's
Yeah.
pretty damn
Good.
cool. I mean, I'm not saying that COVID is a great thing, but again, it's like, you know what, when you see doors closing around you, look for a window and open it, you know, and get the hell out. Find a way to make it work.
All right. All right. Hey, Shawn, so I know you have this passion for this crazy sport. What is it called?
Sport. Oh!
What is this stupid big egg ball for? And it has such a cool design. Tell me
Yeah,
about
I'm
it.
used to them when they got laces on one side here or whatever. Obviously, our owner Tim Davey is a Kiwi, so we pretty much hear All Blacks all day, every day.
So what's that mean for someone who has no idea what that is?
Where do
There's
I
this
start?
sport called
Rugby.
Very good. And they use this very big egg ball.
Mm-hmm.
And correctly, most rugby players would tell you that American football
Is for sissies.
is for sissies because they kill each other with no or with no protection, essentially. But so as we finish today, thank you so much for your
Thanks.
time. Thanks for Tim and GMT and the All Blacks, and
Yeah.
really appreciate you being here.
Yeah, let's get through this. You know, everyone be safe. If you have questions, contact us. Both of us are on the website, and we're happy to field any questions or situations you may have.
Great. Thanks so much.
Cheers.
And
And don't forget to like, subscribe, and
don't forget to like and subscribe to Reardon Yacht Consulting YouTube channel.